Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Washington Street Gym, the hangar for Macomb High School's girls basketball team as they host the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing Bomber Sports once again tonight to you wherever you may be watching from, on your phone, on your TV, at home, in your car. Well, if you're in your car, hopefully you're not driving. We'll just leave it at that. But at any rate, Grant Hicks is on the camera tonight. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us as we're about a couple minutes away from this tip-off here, actually before starting lineups, as Justice Keene is down there to do starting lineups. Got the Macomb Pep Band in the house tonight. We'll let you watch the Pep Band there on the far side, having a little fun with some Christmas music as we get ready to go here. As the JV game, 37-15. The Bombers got the win over BPC. The worst part of that game, though, for BPC, for everybody really, Callie Kramer going down with a knee injury for the Spartans. Hopefully nothing serious, but we'll have to wait and see how that works out. As I said, it is the start of the varsity contest here. Justice Keene is going to have the Pep Band plays the national anthem. And that's the starting lineup, thanks to Justice Keene and the Macomb High Pep Band as we get ready to go here from the hangar at the Washington Street Gym. The Macomb Bombers and the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Kylie Norris wins the jump, and Elizabeth Suter gives it back to Jackson now, and she'll bring it up the floor for the Spartans. She's going to go left side to Suter. Now up top to Jill Miller, who's got the fancy little flop hairdo on the front. I was giving her a hard time before the game started tonight. Asked her how long it stays like that during the game. All the girls said until she sweats a little bit. Allensworth with a steal as a pass intended for Norris. And they're either going to call a foul or a travel. They call the travel. It'll be a turnover for the Bombers, as both teams have turnovers to start. It's 7:32 to go here in the first quarter, and then a turnover on the inbounds pass. Goes to Ainsley Holthouse. Holthouse is going to drive. Nope, she dumps it out to Stortsom. Stortsom now. Allison Stortsom's jumper off, no good. Rebound to Jill Miller, and she gives it to Erin Jackson. It'll go back the other way. First shot of the game by Stortsom, no good. And Jackson could have got called for a carry there, and then she throws it out of bounds. It'll be possession to the Bombers with 7:11 to go in the first quarter. Joy Baker, thanks for jumping in the chat. We appreciate it. Good to see you back with us here for some Bombers girls basketball. Down low to Robinson, a nice inlet pass from Steffelbeam, and Caitlin Robinson gets the first two of the game. Jackson's going to bring it up the floor now. Holthouse picked her up. A little full court press by the Bombers. And they fall back into man-to-man. Miller has it. Corner, it goes to Suter. Now to Jackson. Jackson drives, has it knocked away. Jump ball. Possession's going to go to Macomb. .6:26 to go in the first quarter. Down low, Stortsom. Out to Steffelbeam. Long two is good for Sarah Steffelbeam. Another jump ball. This one's going to go to BPC. It's a second jump ball already. We're less than 2 minutes into the game. Inlet pass to Miller is lost to Stortsom. Stortsom's going to give it to Ainsley Holthouse, who goes to Allensworth. Allensworth's going to drive, has it knocked away. Kylie Norris comes up with it, gives it to Suter, and it'll go back the other way. Holthouse picks her up, double team at the corner. Miller doesn't take it. Stuffelbeam comes up with it, and she's going to get the layup, and it's good. Sarah Stuffelbeam has 4 points early in this one. It's 6-0. Kylie Norris has it on the inbound now. Allensworth tries to cut her off down the sideline. Gets it to Jill Miller. Miller on the dribble. Nearly has it swiped away by Stuffelbeam. Now she does have it swiped away by Stuffelbeam, and Stuffelbeam's going to get another layup. This one's going to be from the left side. Can she get it to fall? She can't. She missed that one. And then a little bit of a frustration foul maybe on Stuffelbeam as she kicks up the foul, her first, team's first. Elizabeth Gilfillan checks in for the Spartans, as does Madison McGrew. Stolen by Stuffelbeam. Ainsley Holthouse, three left wing, short. She's going to lose it out of bounds. Madison McGrew, the sophomore who does not play fresh soft, comes in off the bench for the varsity team. Allensworth getting a little handsy with Norris there. Jackson now with it. 5 minutes remaining. Jackson's got to get it across, nearing a 10-second violation. Stuffelbeam's going to steal it that time. Jackson not going to hustle down the floor in response, and Stuffelbeam's going to get her 6th point. And Holthouse is going to pick up the foul. Her first, team second. .443 to go here in the first quarter. Gilfillan gets it into Norris. Norris taking it up the far side this time. Allensworth cuts her off. Sickles gives it to McGrew. McGrew to Gilfillan. Gilfillan. Sickles. Norris can't handle a pass at her feet. It's on the floor. Jump ball surely is going to be called some point. It is. Possession will go to Macomb. 4:23 remaining, averaging just about a jump ball a minute. And Holthouse is going to leave. Well, she got smacked in the nose, or what's going on with Holthouse as she goes over and sits down. Maybe got popped in the nose and her eyes were watering. It might be what happened. Down to Allensworth, a nice pass from Stortzum, and Allensworth gets the bucket. (10-0). Stufflebeam had a steal, but couldn't find anywhere to go with the basketball. Gilfillan's going to drive, and she's going to get fouled by Emmerich, who's in the game, I do believe. Yep, Emmerich's going to pick up her first, team's third. Haley Emmerich came in for Holthouse. As Holthouse still over there rubbing her face. First free throw by Gilfillan is good. Spartans have their first points of the game. First point singular, I guess, technically. 10-1 is the score. Second one is good as well. 10-2. Gilfillan's got 2 for BPC. Caitlin Robinson skips it over to Sarah Stufflebeam, down into Stortzum. Stortzum pump fakes, stripped away from behind by Gilfillan. Gilfillan nearly travels. Jackson to Suter. Suter's jumper, long. Miller gets the rebound, puts it to Sickles. Sickles shots up and in. A Country Financial Bank shot for Jalen Sickles. That's the first basket of the game for the Spartans, and they close it to 10-4. Emmerich with it, right side. Stortzum tries to get it out to Robinson. Gilfillan's long arms knocks it away, and Caitlin Robinson's going to pick up her first foul. Team foul number 4. 4 fouls, 4 players have 1 apiece for the Bombers. Still no fouls for BPC as of yet. 3:03 to go here in the first quarter. Suter inbounds to Miller. She gives it to Jackson, back to Miller. Jackson with it. And she traveled and loses the ball. Emmerich goes to the rack, counted, and a foul as Suter kind of gave her a little forearm shiver. And Emmerich is going to get the bucket. Suter's going to pick up the foul. It'll be her first, team's first. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming for Haley Emmerich. Free throw is nothing but the bottom of the net. She gets the 3. Kylie Norris checking back in. Sickles takes a seat for the Spartans. 2:45 remaining in quarter number 1. It's 13-4. Bombers with a 9-point lead. Suter trying to find a place to get it in. She gets it into Miller. Miller to Suter. Picked up by Emmerich. And Suter might have just pushed Emmerich down. Kylie Norris to Gilfillan. Gilfillan's jumper is good. She's got 4. Down the corner, Robinson. Robinson baseline jumper is short. Miller with the rebound. 2:20 remaining. Tipped around again. Suter comes up with it. Gives it back to Miller with 2:04 remaining. Live chat's open. Please like and share this stream if you would. Both are links to it on Facebook and here on YouTube as well. Miller's jumper is short. Suter's going to save it back in. She gets it to Norris, and then Norris is going to Allison Stortson just turns around and smiles and hands the ball to the official. Norris gave her a little hip check and pushed her out of bounds. It's only a foul if the official calls it. Suter trying to inbound, does to Gilfillan. Gilfillan's long jumper is long. Allensworth steps on the baseline trying to save it in. Back to the Spartans. McGrew's checks back in for BPC. 1:45 remaining in the first quarter. Drew Creasy checking in for the Bombers. Caitlin Robinson's going to take a seat. Inbounded to Norris, knocked out of bounds by the Bombers. Jackson shots off, no good. Stortson down low. Her shot's off, no good. Gets her own rebound. Misses a second put back, and a jump ball is going to be called. It'll be possession to BPC. 1:26 remaining. 1:26 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 13-6. The last BPC bucket didn't show up. An overthrown pass is picked up by Stortson. Kylie Robinson, who's in the game. Down low to Allensworth. Allensworth puts up the shot. She had Stortson wide open. Ball's finally picked up by Norris. Suter to McGrew. 55 seconds remaining. And that's going to be a non-contact injury for Madison McGrew, and unfortunately that might be another knee. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH in just a couple minutes.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Washington Street Gym, the hangar. Macomb Bombers and BPC Spartans. You can see Madison McGrew walking off the floor just now, getting up. Looking at the right knee. It was Callie Kramer's left knee in the first game. Madison McGrew looking at her right knee in this one. Looking at the outside of the knee, it looks like. Hopefully she'll be okay. Spartans inbound it with 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Gilfillan, Suter, three, left wing. Long, hard off the back iron. Suter gets her own rebound with 40 seconds remaining. Jackson now is going to drive. It's going to be knocked around. Thrown out to Miller. Her jumper is good. Jill Miller gets her first two of the night. Drew Creasy to Emmerich to Kylie Robinson. Stortson drives baseline. Puts up the shot. No good. Kylie Norris going to pick up the foul, I do believe. It is Kylie Norris picking up her first, team second. 2 free throws for Allison Stortson. She has not scored yet tonight. Still hasn't. First one's in and out. Ainsley Holdhouse checking back in. Drew Creasy takes a seat. 15.3 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. Second free throw is good for Stortson. Suter now with it. 10 seconds remaining. 8 seconds. Miller now top of the key. Down to Norris, and she's going to be fouled by either Holdhouse or Stortson. I think it's going to be on Stortson. Her first, team's sixth, excuse me. I missed one. And that's how the first quarter is going to come to an end. 14-8. The Lady Bombers with the lead. This game being brought to you tonight on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH by Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. And Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. Call 837-6700 for your takeout. And the Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WAU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. 3 on the way by Catherine Stortson, and she gets it. Catherine Stortson gets the 3. Subs coming in. And a travel by Norris. It'll go back to. You're welcome, Joy. When we keep it here, don't go to a commercial, and we are able to have cheerleaders, especially at the girls' games, which you try to show them. Try to show the pep band a little bit earlier as well. Here's Stortson, gives it to Allensworth, who gets it to Emmerich, and Emmerich gets the buckets. Down low amongst the big people. Emmerich gets her 5th point. (19-8). Jackson along 2. It's off no good. Rebound tipped around by a couple Bombers, picked up by Stortson of the Catherine variety. She has it knocked away. Now she's going to give it to Holdhouse. Ainsley Holdhouse goes around Miller. Can't get the shot to fall. It's tipped around. Norris comes up with it. Out to Miller it goes. Jackson with it. Kicked by Robinson, but it's going to be picked up by Holdhouse. Layup is good for Ainsley Holdhouse. Ainsley Holdhouse gets her 3rd point. And the ball's on the baseline in the arms of Kylie Robinson. Sickles replaces Miller, and Allison Stortson returns for MHS. 6:28 to go. Inbounded. Kylie Robinson takes it away. She's going to go back the other way. Gilfillan tries to beat her down the floor. Does alter the shot. Robinson misses it. Stortson has it. Stortson's going to dump it out to Holdhouse. 3, left corner. No good. Stortson of the Allison variety is going to get the foul. She really didn't mean to. It was just wrong spot, wrong time. It'll be the second on Allison Stortsom, team 7th. We are in the second quarter, folks. I apologize. Elizabeth Suter shooting the 1 in bonus for BPC. 7th team foul. She hits the first, she'll get the second. First point of the night for Elizabeth Suter. First point of the quarter for BPC. It was a 7-0 run to open the quarter for the Bombers. Second one's off, no good. Stufflebeam, who's back in the game, pushes it up the other way for the Bombers. She goes in the corner to Kylie Robinson. Bounces it down across the baseline to Caitlin Robinson. Now to Holdhouse. Stufflebeam drives. Gives it to Allensworth. Baseline Robinson. Back to Ainsley Holdhouse as they back it back out. 6:05 remaining. Holdhouse will try the 3 right wing this time. It's off, no good. Kylie Robinson tries to save it in, can't do it. It's out of bounds. Possession to the Spartans with 5:59 to go in the first half. Scoreboard has 21-9. I'd have to add up my points to know for sure, but we'll take it back to 21-9. Sickles. Down low. Robinson has it. She ripped it away from Holdhouse. Kylie Norris. I got the wrong Kylie. Kylie Norris for BPC gets her first 2. Holdhouse down to Kylie Robinson. Nice ball movement, and Caitlin Robinson is going to get the bucket on a pass from Stufflebeam. She's got 4. Sickles has it with 5:06 remaining. Gilfillan, pull-up jumper, hard off the glass, no good. Rebound to Allensworth. Sarah Stufflebeam brings it up now with 4:42 remaining. Down to Caitlin Robinson. Stufflebeam to Robinson connection is paying off for the Bombers. Robinson has 6. Another assist for Sarah Stufflebeam with 4:30 remaining in the first half. And it's going to go off of BPC out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers with 4:30 to go in the first half. 14-point lead currently, 25-11 is the largest lead of the game for the Bombers. 2-3 zone now for BPC. Baseline jumper for Holdhouse off, no good. Sickles with the rebound. We kicked out of bounds by Holdhouse. Possession stays with BPC. 4:11 to go. Drew Creasy checking back in for the Bombers. Ball tipped away on the inbound. Katie English in the game. Jill Miller hits a long 2 for BPC. Give her 4 points. Jackson ends up with it for BPC, and it goes back the other way. Stufflebeam with it. She outlets it to Holdhouse. Holdhouse does the reverse layup. It's off, no good. Allensworth gets the rebound. Jump ball, possession to BPC. Macomb got it at the start of the quarter. Inbound to Miller. 3:20 remaining. Suter. Jackson's pass from Miller was tipped away by Stuffelbeam. Suter ended up with it, though. Back to Jackson, to Suter, to Miller. Sickles, free throw line, turnaround jumper off, no good. Holdhouse with the rebound. It goes back the other way. 2:45 remaining. And I think Suter's going to pick up the foul. It is Suter, her second, team's third. Caitlin Robinson is going to take it out of bounds for the Bombers. Three on the way by Ainsley Holdhouse is good. A sports corner three for Ainsley Holdhouse. She's got 6 points now. 28-13, a 15-point lead for the Bombers. Stuffelbeam swipes it away from Miller out of bounds. It'll stay with BPC. Norris and Gilfillan checking back in. Sickles and English taking a seat for BPC. 2:26 remaining here in the first half. Miller. Norris puts up the shot hard off the glass. No good. And again, Norris, I was going to say, I thought she was going to get away with it again. That's a foul on Kylie Norris, her second, team's fourth. So BPC only has 4 fouls in the half, but two players have 2 apiece. 2:08 remaining. They're over checking the book right now. A 30-second timeout on the floor. Going to be charged to the Bombers. We'll take one as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And we're back on the 30-second timeout. The scorebook over there, I had 2 more points at one point than they had on the scoreboard right now. But I've only got 28 written down, so 6, 12, 17, 19, 25, 28. So that's all I've got written down, so it must be right. And we're back underway here. Ainsley Holdhouse, not a real good pass there. It was kicked away, but Bombers end up with it. Stuffelbeam for 3, left wing, off, no good. Gilfillan with the steal. And a foul is going to be called on Stuffelbeam, I do believe, with 1:34 remaining. Her second. Team's 8th. First one by Gilfillan is good. Second one is good as well. She makes them both. She's got 6. 1:28 remaining in the first half. Kylie Robinson. Holdhouse. And Caitlin Robinson's going to get the 3-second violation call. So it'll be possession to BPC with 1:20 remaining in the first half. Again, over the top pass to Gilfillan. And this time it's going to be knocked away, but Holdhouse can't hold on to it and throws it out of bounds. Be BPC basketball. And Kylie Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be her first, team's 9th. Jill Miller is going to be at the free throw line, shooting the one and bonus. Kennedy Allensworth checking in. Jill Miller shooting a 1 in bonus for BPC. She has 4 points on the night. First one's good. She'll get the bonus. Second one short. Robinson with the rebound. Outlets to Emmerich. Emmerich goes to the rack and puts the shot up and in over the top of Miller. Haley Emmerich gets her 7th point. And Emmerich got another one. (32-16). Emmerich unofficially with 9 points now. Miller with it. Turnaround jumper. Good for Jill Miller. She's got 7. (30 seconds remaining. Into Allensworth. Down to Drew Creasy, but it was taken away by Miller with 25 seconds remaining now. Spartans with a chance to make it a 12-point game here at the half. Gilfillan loses the ball out of bounds. 15 seconds on the dot remaining. It'll be Bomber basketball with a chance to expand on a 14-point lead. Eight seconds, 7 seconds. Holdhouse with it still. She's going to come to Emmerich. Emmerich from one step inside the three-point line. It's off, no good, and that's how the half will end. 32-18. The Bombers with the 14-point lead at the half here from the hangar at Washington Street Gym. We'll take a break. We'll let you hear the fight song first. We'll take a break now. We'll be back in just a minute to tell you leading scorers at the half for both teams. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling presentation of Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. The Bomber dance team on the floor. As we get ready to tell you some stats here, we'll let you watch the dance squad. The Spartans are led by Jill Miller's 7 points. Elizabeth Gilfillan has 6. Elizabeth Suter has 1. 2 points for Kylie Norris and 2 points for Jalen Sickles. The Bombers are led unofficially by Haley Emmerich, who has 9 points, and then 3 players with 6 points. Caitlin Robinson has 6, Sarah Stuffelbeam has 6, and Ainsley Holthouse has 6. Catherine Stortsom has a Sports Corner 3, as does Ainsley Holthouse. Those are the only threes of the game. The Spartans have not hit a 3 all game long. 9 fouls in the first half for the Bombers. Just 4 fouls in the first half for the Spartans. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after a word from MDH.
All right, welcome back. We're here now with Wanda Foster, the Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Administration. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is some of the opportunities that are available at MDH for students, whether they be high school students, Spoon River College students, or Western students. MDH has a lot of opportunities to be involved and to learn, right?
We absolutely do. And we look so forward to having students here. We are a clinical site for Western Illinois University and their bachelor's program for nursing, as well as for Spoon River College nursing students and others that are doing some independent study. We welcome students, and we also encourage high school students. If you would like to learn more about nursing, we would love to meet with you. And there are opportunities at the hospital also where they can apply for jobs here, for positions. So we work closely with our nursing students, and we hope to recruit them and attract them and want to come back.
I know that publicly there's been a shortcoming or a shortage of nurses, right? And I know that every hospital and every nursing home and every clinical place period is searching for nurses. So how important is it for MDH to have these groups work with them, whether it be MDH or be Spoon River College or whatever the case may be? How important is it for MDH to then recruit those nurses to stay here and work as a profession?
It's very important. We want nursing students to feel very comfortable here, to enjoy their clinical experience and their opportunities here. And then we want them to feel very comfortable, to give them a good orientation. We hire new graduates, of course, into our acute care area as well as the intensive care unit. We hire new graduates in the emergency room, in home health and hospice, in our OB department, and our surgery department. These are all areas that new graduates can come into. We certainly give them a robust orientation. No one starts on their own until they feel completely ready. They have a mentor certainly with them, and we want to give them the best start for success that we can. And then there are many areas of specialty they can choose to go into. Nursing is a very unique field. You can work full-time, you can work part-time if you need to take time off for some reason. It's a field that you can kind of step into a little bit more than maybe some other fields in healthcare. We also have scholarships available through our auxiliary, through the hospital, and then once someone is an employee here, we do have some tuition reimbursement. So we will certainly help with that.
And going back to the scholarships and the shortages that are across the board, not necessarily at MDH, but everywhere. Right? So everywhere. This is a profession that you can make a good living at and be pretty sure to have a job, right? So
absolutely.
This is a profession that high schoolers that are playing these sporting events or high schoolers that are watching these sporting events should consider, I would imagine.
Yes, very much so. You will always be assured to have a job, a career in nursing. I hate to call it just a job because you really want someone on that career path who has that passion for caring for people, for providing nursing care. Through your education and through your orientation, we can teach you your skill set. But if you have that passion and the desire to be in the nursing profession, you will do fine.
Yeah, a career and a job, while they might be listed as the same thing, they're really not, correct? I mean, if your career is being a nurse, you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than if it's a job, right?
That's right. And you don't go into it first and foremost for the money. You go into it because that's what you want to do with your life, and the money certainly will follow.
Yeah, and that goes for anything probably,
yes.
But the nice thing is right now, whether the money's good or bad, there's always going to be a job.
There will.
If you can get through the schooling and you can learn to love what you're doing, there's always going to be a job for you, right?
And it's not something for high school graduates exclusively. We have many people who have made changes midlife. We have people who have retired from their career in one thing and have chosen to go into nursing. So it's open for any age, and we certainly welcome that.
And you mentioned there's different areas of expertise for nurses. People think of that for doctors, but it's really that same way for nurses, right? I mean, you can be a surgical nurse and really become a great surgical nurse, or you can become a great ICU nurse, or you can do all those things.
Yes.
But if you really want to focus on something, or be at OB, which you guys have a great OB department here, if that's what you want your focus to be and you really love working with expected and new mothers and young babies, you can do that, right?
You can do that. We also have positions in our MDH physician clinic practices as well. And if you are in nursing and you can choose to specialize in a certain department, you can choose to go on and be a director or a clinical care coordinator. You can go back to school and become a nurse practitioner, become a certified registered nurse anesthetist. You can go many different directions and really as high as to whatever extent in your education you would like to pursue.
Well, Wanda, thanks for coming and talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. I know that there's probably places, specific places within MDH that they can reach out to, correct? Is there somewhere that they need to call if they're interested?
I would call
involved?
our human resource department and start there, and then they can help direct and guide you. They can tell you about openings that we currently have. Everything, all of our current positions are listed on our MDH website, www.mdh.org. But certainly any positions for high school students, if they would like to start somewhere within the organization or volunteer experience, reach out to Human Resources and they can help direct you.
Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
And welcome back as the Bomber Fight song getting ready to be played, or being played as we speak one more time. This game being brought to you tonight by Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish a new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street in Bushnell, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can call them at 309-772-2111. And the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also then download the Monday and Wednesday editions from their website. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville, and, of course, Macomb. And Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. Bomber basketball to open the third quarter. And a pass goes out of bounds off of BPC. Bombers basketball as we go to the third quarter here. 32-18. Caitlin Robinson inbounds it to Allensworth. Stufflebeam with it up top. Corner to Robinson as the starters for both teams are back in. Three on the way by Ainsley Holdhouse. A sports corner three for Ainsley Holdhouse. And the Bombers opening things up a little bit here on BPC. Jump ball, possession of BPC. Suter inbounding, or trying to. She finally gets it into Miller. Miller's jumper from about 17 feet's off, no good, and it's possession to MHS. 7:22 to go in the third quarter. 35-18. Stufflebeam splits the defenders, gives it to Holdhouse. Holdhouse to Allison Stortsom to Stufflebeam. Top of the key. Holdhouse for three. It's off, no good. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be saved, well, almost saved in by Stufflebeam. As she almost runs over the cheerleaders. She says, "I'm sorry." 7:05 to go. It's Spartans with the basketball. Inbounding is Suter again. She gets it into Norris. Norris now has her pass taken away by Stufflebeam. Stufflebeam outlets it, or tries to outlet it to Holdhouse. She beats Jackson to the ball. Stufflebeam back to Holdhouse. 6:52 remaining. Looking down low to Allensworth. Norris comes and takes it away. Suter has it now as the Spartans slow things down a little bit with 6:35 remaining. Sickles tries to go down to Norris. Her pass taken away by Robinson. Robinson picks up her dribble, gives it to Stortsom. Stortsom to Holdhouse, and it's a 3-on-2 back the other way. Across the lane it comes to Allensworth, and Allensworth got a finger there, I think, either scratched or jammed. I'm not real sure which, as she shakes her hand a little bit. Hopefully nothing worse than that. The official asking Kennedy if she's okay. Inbounding will be Caitlin Robinson into Allensworth. Allensworth, the left-handed shot's off, no good. Miller with the rebound for the Spartans. It goes back the other way with 6:15 to go. Suter. And she's going to be fouled by Allensworth, I do believe. Allensworth's going to pick up the foul. It'll be her first. Team foul number 1. Norris is going to get the easy look as Jackson might have got away with a travel before she got it to her, but Kylie Norris is going to get her 4th point. 35-20. Robinson. Ella Hare for 2, off no good. Rebound to Stufflebeam, out to Robinson. Caitlin Robinson goes over to Ella Hare again. Hare on the dribble, gives it to Robinson, now to Stufflebeam. Corner to Holdhouse, skips up top. Robinson, 3. Off no good. Can be tracked down by Stufflebeam. Stufflebeam is just all over the place, folks. She is full gear, full speed all the time. Stortsom goes to Hare, back to Robinson. She'll try another 3 left wing this time. It's off no good. Stufflebeam tracks down another rebound. 5:07. Ella Hare looks, pumps fake, pull up jumper about 15 feet is good for Ella Hare. (37-20). Sickles to Jackson. Jackson on the dribble. Looks to Miller. Now goes to Sickles. Sickles out to Jackson. Jackson drives baseline. Puts up the shot. It's off no good. Norris has the rebound, and she puts it up and in. She's got 6. 3 on the way by Holdhouse. Off the back of the rim, no good. Jackson with the rebound with 4:25. Stufflebeam with the steal. Holdhouse gathers it back up. Stortsom. Double dribble. 4:17 remaining in the third quarter. Subs coming in for BPC. It's going to be Elizabeth Gilfillan replacing Sickles. Diana, thanks for joining us. Got a lot of Bombers fans in the house tonight. Gilfillan way off the top of the backboard, barely even got the backboard, but she tracked down the rebound. She's going to put up another shot. That one looks better, and it's a Country Financial Bank shot. Abraham Olson, Country Financial Bank shot for Elizabeth Gilfillan. She's got 8. 1/3 of her team's points tonight. Stufflebeam. Stortsom. Got to get out of the lane. She does. Robinson to Hare. Back to Robinson. Up top, Stufflebeam. Holdhouse down to Stortsom. Back out to Holdhouse. Long jumper right wing off no good. Suter with the rebound for BPC. It's stolen away by Hare. Given to Stufflebeam. Stufflebeam's going to drive. She'll put up the shot. It's in. A Country Financial Bank shot for Stufflebeam. And I believe Suter is going to pick up the foul. Stufflebeam, another old-fashioned three-point play. They call it on Norris, actually. Did they not count the basket? Yeah, I was going to say the basket was good. give her 9 points. Stolen nearly away, but goes back the other way. Gilfillan with it. Holthouse, 3:03 remaining. Down to Allensworth. She's going to drive, bounces across Robinson, baseline jumper, off no good. Rebound to Norris. Norris is going to give it to Jackson with 2:53 remaining in the third quarter. Gilfillan loses the ball. It's tipped around. Timeout on the floor, charged to the Bombers. It's a full timeout, and Stufflebeam couldn't do anything with it, so she just rolled it down the court, hoping a Bomber could go chase after it, but Coach Kane calls the timeout, so no need for that. This game being brought to you by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for your upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. Game also being brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. And thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. And Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking, they can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offer top-notch heavy-duty trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop in and see Danny, John, or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. Gilfillan with a steal for the Spartans. 2:25 remaining, and it's a 16-point game in the third quarter. Miller with it for BPC. She picks up her dribble. Stortzum is out there harassing her. She has it swiped away as Norris just gives a forearm. See who they call that on. Kylie Robinson picking up the foul. Third unofficially. 3 on the way by Gilfillan's off, no good. And it is getting rough out there, folks. 1:55 remaining. Kylie Robinson to Stortzum. Allison Stortzum drives, puts up the shot. It's off, no good. Kennedy Allensworth with the rebound. It's off, no good. Stortzum and Miller tie it up. And jump ball possession to Macomb. Caitlin Robinson inbound to Stortzum. She misses a wide open shot. And it's going to be Gilfillan having it from Norris, who got the rebound. 1:40 remaining. Gilfillan to Jackson. Jackson down to Norris. Norris puts the shot up. It's off, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and in. Kylie Norris has 8. $14-point game. 1:16 remaining. As they hold house. Looked at the 3, didn't take it. Skips it across to Robinson. Down to the other Robinsons. Caitlin with it now. It was Kylie first. Now a 17-foot jumper for Holthouse, off no good. Norris had a rebound. It was knocked away from her. Kennedy Allensworth comes up with it, and a Spartan foul called on number 34, Erin Jackson. Her first, team's second. Timeout on the floor. Charged to the Bombers. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining. Just a 30-second timeout. So tell you this game being brought to you by Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community's needs for personal and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. It also has a great trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. And JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Broadcast live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's. A Sports Corner 3 for Ainsley Holdhouse. And the Bombers right the ship a little bit there thanks to the shooting of Ainsley Holdhouse. She's got 12. Miller with it, 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. She tries to go down. It's knocked away by Allensworth, picked up by Robinson. Outletted to Allensworth now. Holdhouse going to pump fake onto 3. Come up top to Caitlin Robinson. Left side to Stuffelbeam. She puts the runner off the glass. No good. It's going to go out off of Macomb. Possession to the Spartans with 21.5 seconds remaining. Haley Emmerich checking back in for the Bombers. She's got 9 points unofficially on the night. Gilfillan has it with 18 seconds left. She's going to give it to Suter. Suter to Sickles. 13 seconds. Suter down to Sickles. Nice look, nice make. Sickles gets her 4th point. That's the end of the third quarter of play. That's 43-28. Bombers have the lead. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back to the Washington Street Gym. It's the hangar. The Macomb High Bombers is Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, bringing Lady Bombers basketball to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, hosting the BPC Spartans. This game being brought to you by Raritan State Bank. Raritan State Bank's Bushnell branch, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services. For all of your banking needs, come visit the Bank of Friendly Service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Raritan State Bank is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. BPC gets the ball first to start the final quarter. Abby Nelson got it into Sickles. Norris just pushes her way to the basket, and then she's going to be fouled by Caitlin Robinson. I think. We'll see if that's who they called on. Nope. Haley Emmerich is going to pick up the foul. Team's third. Kylie Norris's first free throw hits off the back iron, but goes straight up in the air and falls in. She's got 9 now. .750 remaining in the basketball game. Second one goes off the back iron, no good. Holdhouse with the rebound. Stuffelbeam is going to get the layup up and in from Ainsley Holdhouse. Stuffelbeam has 11. Gilfillan has it swiped away, picked up by Holdhouse, and Gilfillan gives the old slap to Holdhouse on accident, and Holdhouse got smacked in the nose again. Tough break for her. It's been a rough night for Ainsley Holdhouse, but a foul on Gilfillan. It's a third for BPC of the half. Gilfillan gets her first. Caitlin Robinson with it. 7:18 remaining. Holdhouse now is going to drive. Dumps it out to Emmerich in the corner. Holdhouse back up top. Stufflebeam. Kennedy Allensworth. Nobody guards her at the free throw line, but she won't take the shot. 7:05 to go. I guess if she won't shoot, there's no reason to guard her, right? 7 minutes. I don't think they really knew that, though, before they didn't guard her, but I could be wrong. Holdhouse 3, just to the right of top of the key. Sickles with the rebound on the miss, and it goes back the other way. Gilfillan to Jackson. Down low to Sickles. Sickles turns the wrong way. She had a great look at the basket and turned away from it. Made her shot a lot harder than it needed to be. Caitlin Robinson with it, 6:30 remaining. Emmerich pull-up jumper from inside the three-point line. She gets her 13th. Scratch that. Emmerich gets her 11th. So Holdhouse has 12, Emmerich has 11, and Stufflebeam has 11. Nelson to Jackson, and they're going to call Aaron Jackson with the charge, her second, team's fourth. Stufflebeam brings up the floor as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. 18-point lead. Stortzum, hard off the glass, no good. Emmerich with the rebound and the putback with a little spin. Put the English on that one, and she's got a game-high 13. Now a steal, Caitlin Robinson to Stufflebeam. Stufflebeam's got 13. And a foul for Emmerich. It is 51-29. Apparently didn't put Kylie Norris's free throw on there earlier. I apologize. Sickles shooting 2 this time. That one rattles around and high off the back iron, but doesn't fall in. She'll get her second. Missed on the second, but it's going to be off of Allison Stortzum out of bounds. Emmerich has 3 fouls after picking that one up. Drew Creasy in the game gets the steal. Now Sarah Stufflebeam goes back the other way. Sickles does a good job of getting back and cutting her off. Down low to Stortzum. Stortzum shots up and in, and a foul. Stortzum gets her first 2. She'll get the old-fashioned three-point play. Foul's going to be on. It's going to be on Kylie Norris. I thought it was on Sickles myself, but they're going to call it on Norris. It's her 4th. Team foul number 5 of the half. Old-fashioned three-point play finish here for Allison Stortzum. She's got 2 points, trying to make it 3 with 5:25 to go. And she does. Stortzum with 4 points. I think she did make a free throw earlier tonight that I didn't write down. And back the other way it goes. Drew Creasy with 2. It's 56-29, and we approach the possibility of a running clock here, and Drew Creasy is going to pick up the block. It's Creasy's first. Team's 4th. Scratch that, 5th. Into Jackson. Suter shots off, no good. Miller with the rebound. She puts the shot up and in. Miller's got 9. 4:40 remaining. It's a 25-point lead for the Bombers. Stortzum Stufflebeam. Creasy to Stortsom. Stortsom puts up the shot. It's up and in. (58-31). Caitlin Robinson with the steal. She throws it to the wrong team. She just covers her mouth, but she was, in her defense, I think, getting fouled. That jump ball, it's going to be called. It'll be possession to Macomb. Catherine Stortsom checking in. Caitlin Robinson takes a seat. 4:02 remaining. One 2-2 zone for BPC. Into Stortsom. Stortsom's jumpers off the back of the rim, no good. Creasy had it in her hands, lost it, got it back. Stufflebeam for three, right wing. It looks good, it is. A sports corner three for Sarah Stufflebeam. She has got 16, and it's a 30-point lead, and the clock shouldn't stop the rest of the way. Abby Nelson gives it down to Jackson. Jackson looking down low to Norris. Norris is going to put the shot up and in. Basket's good for Kylie Norris. She's got 11. She'll have an old-fashioned three-point play. Catherine Stortsom picks up her first foul. Team sixth. Jordan Hines and Ella Hare checking in for the Bombers as we approach the 3-minute mark. Again, the clock will not stop the rest of the way except for timeouts. Norris misses the free throw. Jackson gets it, gives it to Miller from Norris. Her shot's off, no good. Hare with the rebound. Kylie Norris has 11. Catherine Stortsom gets tripped inadvertently. Suter comes up with it. Jackson now to Nelson, and Miller was wide open down the floor. Nobody even looked at her. 2:23 remaining. Jackson's jumper's off, no good. Hare with the rebound. She gives it to Catherine Stortsom, and they're walking back the other way. 2:10 remaining in the basketball game. Kylie Robinson wanted a three, didn't take it. Hare to Creasy, back to Hare. And Nelson tipped it off of Catherine Stortsom out of bounds. It'll be BPC basketball. 1:50 remaining. Jalen Sickles returns. Kylie Norris takes a seat. Into Suter. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound to Jordan Hines. Kylie Norris, or Kylie, get all Kylie's mixed up. Kylie Robinson found Hare. Hare couldn't finish. Suter comes up with the rebound. And a 30-second timeout charged to BPC. It'll be their first timeout call. This game being brought to you tonight by Sports Corner at 124. Sports Corner at 124 is your original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WAU games and all area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. So there is only a varsity game for the girls on Saturday here. Again, only varsity against South Fulton. They don't have enough players due South Fulton to play for JV. They were going to play a couple half quarters or whatever, and Miller just threw it off English's head. But Illini West had a game cancellation, so they needed a team to play, and then Jordan Hines is going to pick up a foul. Her first. Team seventh. Katie English going to be shooting a one and bonus. So the JV team for the Bombers is going to Carthage to play at Illini West. just a varsity game at 11 o'clock as English gets the first. She'll have the second one coming. And we'll have all these games. So 11 o'clock here at the hangar, and she missed the second. 11 o'clock here at the hangar, and then the boys start at 5 o'clock against Kewanee. 3 on the way for the Bombers, off no good. 20 seconds remaining. It's going to pop out. Nelson's going to come out with it. Chasing it down is Presley Brandt, who's in the game. It goes out of bounds off Hines, and that's pretty much going to end it. Sierra Shannon there. Miller's going to go. I thought she was going to get a bucket. Jump ball, and that will end it. 61-34. The Bombers get the win over Bushnell-Prairie City. We'll take a break and tell you about what's going on the rest of the week here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. But you've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports. We'll be back with some stats and words from the coaches in just a couple minutes.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Macomb High School. 61-34 the final. The Bombers get the win. Scoreboard didn't update. See if we can get it to update here. 61-34 was the final. There it finally did. And we're waiting for Coach Kane and Coach Schwartz to come up and talk to us, hopefully. But we'll tell you unofficial leading scorers in the game. 16 for Sarah Stuffelbeam, 13 for Haley Emmerich, 12 for Ainsley Holdhouse, 6 for Allison Stortzum, 6 for Caitlin Robinson, 3 for Catherine Stortzum, and 2 for Ella Hare, and 2 for Kennedy Allensworth for the Bombers. For BPC, only one player in double figures. That's 11 for Kylie Norris. However, the Spartans had Jill Miller with 9 points, Elizabeth Gilfillan with 8, 1 for Elizabeth Suter, 1 for Katie English, and 4 for Jalen Sickles. Nobody fouled out. Norris did finish with 4 fouls. Bad news for the Spartans. They already came in with several injuries tonight as it was. And then they had Kramer go down and Callie Kramer go down in the first game, the fresh soft game, with a left knee injury, it appeared, and then Madison McGrew went down in the varsity game with a right knee injury. We'll hope that neither of those are serious, but Spartan fans will have to find out down the road, and I'm sure we'll know soon. Whether those injuries are severe or not, we'll hope that they're not, as I said. We'll take another break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
All right, welcome back here. We have Coach Swartz underneath the headset. And, Coach, your kids play really hard, but they asked me how good Macomb was. I said if Macomb's hitting the ball, they'll score 70 points.
Mm-hmm.
If they're struggling from the floor, they'll score 30.
Yep.
And they were hitting the shots tonight.
Yeah, especially that second half. They just came out, and it almost looked like a different team. They were hitting their three-point shots. They were hitting their mid-range shots, and they were just getting boards up quick. And, we were struggling bringing the ball down the floor, trying to get ourselves set up on offense. And, with turnovers, that's just going to happen.
Yeah, you guys still struggle. You've been working since you became head coach trying to get ball handling. That's still a struggle for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And, you saw someone, Elizabeth Gilfillan, she's starting to handle the ball well, and she can handle the ball. And it's like, where have you been? Why have you not been confident enough to handle the ball? And, so I just keep telling them, we need players that are confident in handling the ball, and you know what? We just have to work off ball to help those ball handlers too.
Macomb doesn't have a lot of size, but they're pretty scrappy, and they can shoot the ball pretty well too, can't they?
Yeah, and you know what? They are scrappy, and they did a good job against our posts. Our guards, I just tell them every week, we do a good job at shooting mid-range shots, but we need to do a better job at getting the ball inside the post. So we've been working on post entries a lot. Kylie can do it all for us, and we just need to get the ball in her hands more often. And right now, that we're just not seeing that.
Well, she ended the game with 11 points, but didn't get she had streaks, but did some foul trouble. I think you guys are kind of a team that's going to be streaky, right? You're going to have somebody. Jill Miller scored in streaks tonight. She finished with 9. And
yeah, she had a good game as well tonight.
It's just they come in bunches. It seems like you got to figure out how to make that a continuous thing.
Right. We don't have that true point scorer like we did last year with Alyssa Zarello, and so the points are kind of spread across the floor on our team, and so we just have to do a better job at playing to each other's strengths and helping each other out, so we help each other get points.
Well, Coach, I won't keep you very long. It's a short bus ride, though, so that's not so bad.
Yeah,
tonight,
hey,
right?
I didn't even take the bus. I'm just going right home from here, so I'm not complaining.
You're not complaining
Nope.
at all. Well, Coach Swartz, thanks for joining us tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll talk to you again. This starts rolling now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This month is going to be a doozy. Yeah. We've got 3 games this week. We've got a few games next week, and then we go right into that Princeville tournament. So.
And you're excited about that, right?
Yeah. It's
those nice long drives.
Those nice long drives all day. Yep. There for hours. Yeah. Just can't wait.
Yeah. Hey, at least they have a hospitality room.
That's right. Yeah. No, they take care of you over there. They do a good job. It's a nice tournament they put up over there. So you know what? I can't complain too much.
All right. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for everything you guys do.
No problem. Coach Swartz coming and talking to us. Now Coach Kane's going to get underneath the headset, so we'll just stay right here. and get him under the headset. And,
well, guys, how we doing?
I'm doing good. Sorry I had you turned down so it didn't rattle. But, well, Coach, some of the BPC girls and I told somebody at the Downtown Athletic Club today, they said, what's this game going to be like? I said, if Macomb shoots, they might win by 30. If they struggle shooting the ball, it'll be a close game. It was close for a while, but then when you guys started hitting shots, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, so, before the game I talked to the girls, and I counted up. This is our 36th game together since I got here, and I would call that a top 3 overall effort out of this group. I'm so proud of them, and, we really put it all together tonight. We're making shots. Our defense was phenomenal, and just really proud of the group.
Yeah, it was probably a more physical game than you guys would, at least in the post, than you guys would really like to have, because you aren't really built in the post to be super physical and to get pushed around, and we saw that some tonight, but the girls never backed down from it.
Right, yeah. We've got some tough girls, that aren't afraid to trade some paint, if you will, down low, and, I thought Kennedy and Allison held their own down there, and then I put Ella in there some, and I put some Kate Stortzum in there at the post, and then Jordan Hines there at the end, and, they held their own, and thought we had some fouls underneath that were maybe unnecessary, but overall, like I said, I'm very pleased with our effort.
When you're a little undersized and or just less physical, doesn't necessarily have to be undersized for that to be happen. I would imagine that some of those fouls come because you just get frustrated because that's not how you play and you don't want to play that way, and then you kind of just react, not necessarily because you want to, it's just you have to react somehow.
Definitely. Yeah, like you said, we're undersized, but I think we make up for it and utilize our speed pretty well, and I think that's a strength that we need to keep leaning on. But, like I said earlier, we're a tough group, and even those undersized girls, the ones that come to mind, Kylie Robinson, Haley Emmerich, they're not afraid to mix it up down low, even with girls that are, twice their size.
Emmerich had several baskets. I had her for 13. I don't know if that was correct or not, but that's what I had her for, 13. And I think 2 or 3 of those baskets were down low, and there was 5 people around her that were 3 or 4 inches taller than her. She gets the rebound and puts it back up.
Yeah, Haley, she's been chomping at the bit to, get in there and contribute. And tonight she showed why she's a very valuable player for this team. And she always brings phenomenal effort. I also wanted to shout out Sarah Stuffelbeam.
Yes.
Because this is a girl that I have, been hard on because she's my point guard. And being a former point guard, you got to be that leader of the team on the floor. She's a quiet person, but she leads by example. And I thought tonight was her best game since I've taken over as her coach, and I'm very, very proud of her.
Well, I had her for 16 tonight. I don't know if that's correct or not. That's what I had her for. What do you have her for?
The book's got her for 18.
18.
So.
Well, I'll just change it to 18.
Perfect. Yeah, I can't say enough about her effort.
And she scored 18, but I think the better thing, even than 18 points, is you guys aren't long. You're not tall. You're not long. But your girls get into passing lanes so well, and their hands are so quick and their feet are quick that you guys knock so many balls away.
Yeah, that's a good point. When we're locked in and engaged on defense, we're going to be really tough to beat. Now, tonight we had some breakdowns a little bit. I talked about, once we turn it up a notch a little bit with the talking on defense, talking on offense, we're going to be really tough to beat. But right now I think we're at about a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 in that category, but we're making strides for sure.
Well, you're at the point in the season where you want to improve all season long, but this is where you want to make strides. Do you want these strides to be bigger right now so you can be prepared? Do you feel like those strides that you're making right now are where they need to be to get you to where you want to be at the start of the conference season and then postseason?
Yeah, last week, to be honest with you, it was one of the tougher weeks I've had ever as a coach. We lost 3 games, but I thought our overall vibe and morale was kind of low. So we had kind of a get-together this last week and talked over some things I can work on, some things the girls can work on. And it showed tonight. I think they responded very well. I think we're taking strides in the right direction. We got 3 more games this week, at Quincy tomorrow, that's anybody's ball game. I mean, they beat Alleman by 3. We beat Alleman by 3. So I think if we bring our best game, we can certainly make it happen. And then we have Rushville and South Fulton later in the week. So, I mean, I like where we're at, and I think we're hopefully going to start peaking here as we head into the Beardstown tournament. So,
well, Coach, personally, congratulations.
Thank you.
You had a big weekend.
I did. It was a great day. Shout out to my new fiance, Lauren. She's still here waiting on me right now, but
that's how you know you got a good one. That's why you had to give her the ring, right? She's willing to sit here and talk or hang out while you're talking.
There's a million reasons for that ring, but that's one of many. So, yeah, shout out to her, and I love her very much, and she's awesome. So,
well, congratulations on a win, and congratulations on that, and maybe you could just not lose after you get engaged.
I would love that. That sounds amazing.
That'd be a cool thing, but it'll probably end at some point.
Sure.
Some point.
Yep.
But for now, you're 1-0 since you've been engaged.
Yeah, that's a trend I'd like to continue. So.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations.
Thanks for the coverage,
and,
as always.
No problem. We'll call it quits for the night. Thanks for joining us on TSSR Game Time Live. It's Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night from the hangar at Macomb High School. See you.